Hello and welcome to a trip down memory lane where we're going to be visiting Sakura no Seki, our cherry blossom sanctuary here in Planet Zoo that we made a while ago on this channel. We're going to be having a look at the progress we'd already made and also revisiting our animals to see how they're getting on. And eventually we will probably come back to the zoo, or if you guys prefer, we can make a new one. Now, The Sims 4 at the moment is in a bit of a disaster with the new patch and the game pack come out that have basically broken some major issues in the game, such as crashing issues with moodlets disappearing, and also the Sims distorting with their facial features and everything when they're wearing the new jewelry. And there are some other things I think that are happening in the background, so I've decided not to open up the EA app at all. I don't want my game to update. I also got gifted some money so I can buy the new pack, but I'm not going to get it until after all of the issues are hopefully resolved and all the mods I use have been updated and I have installed them all correctly into my game. I do not want to risk my Let's Play save file or my 3 to 4 year old Super Sim save file that I have in my game. I do back up my save files, but I don't want something to happen that makes it that even if I add in the old ones it still won't work. So I've decided just to leave the game for now, maybe play around with a few other sort of games here on the channel for a little bit, and hopefully by next week they'll have that e-patch out and we can go back and enjoy The Sims 4 and play with our Bree family, and maybe Cindy can actually dabble a bit in jewelry making while she's running her store so she can get herself some extra money. And we will also have Anastasia come with us and she can do some more horse training while we're running the store. Now I've got that out of the way, we're actually going to go and visit Sakura no Seki here and have a look at how far we got and how all of our animals are actually doing. Okay, and here we are, and of course it's nighttime as soon as we come back into Planet Zoo here. What I am actually going to do is I am going to pause the game, so maybe actually I'll get to daytime and then I'll pause the game. Okay, that took way too long to wait for the rain to stop and for the sun to come out, and as you can see they still have their umbrellas out, so it's only just literally stopped raining and I quickly paused the game. It was 10 p.m. when I opened the game and it's now 10 a.m. so it was a little bit of time waiting for the whole sun to appear ish. It's still cloudy, but it looks better than it did. So we're going to take this opportunity to have a quick nosy around the zoo and have a look at how all of our animals are doing and what kind of species we have in this tiny little zoo that we started on this channel. The first enclosure we come to here is the first enclosure I built in the game, and I'm actually kind of proud of the water feature, how it does become a natural barrier. I'm not a great builder at all, unfortunately, so none of these enclosures are like spectacularly built, but they're functional and they do what they need to do, and some of them don't look as bad as others. This is a very special enclosure because it does have the first two animals that we added into our zoo, which are Moon and Charmer, our gorgeous jaguars and our breeding pair here at Sakura no Seki. Moon here is absolutely stunning. I was kind of hoping they'd have a baby that also had, of course, the same genes as the mother, but unfortunately we haven't had that so far. Perhaps they'll be able to have another set of babies before they become elderly and retire, but we'll see how that goes. And then we have gorgeous Charmer here. They're actually an adorable couple. They do have their moments where they don't get on, but that's mainly because the babies grow up and they decide to have it out with each other. They have three little gorgeous babies in here at the moment. We have a male and two females. Here is one just here, absolutely gorgeous, hiding in the long grass. That's what I like about this enclosure. They feel safe and secure, but the people can look in the entire enclosure and see everything going on. So they do have a good view of the animals inside. Now, if we actually come over to this side, this is one of our two enclosures that has multiple species inside one habitat. We have our gorgeous tapirs and their little baby over here, and they share this unique enclosure, I will say, with the capuchin monkeys. And there's actually, I think there was like 16 of these little guys in here at the moment. Let's actually have a quick little nosy. Yes, we do have 16, 6 of which are little babies, and if I remember when I quickly zoomed around waiting, Yes, here we go. We have a little one who's decided to do some climbing, possibly with its mother or something over here in the background. Super cute and adorable. They're so tiny, and I do like how they do have all of this nice space that they can climb onto, and the tapirs have all of the ground space to themselves once the monkeys are all up on the higher ground. I have added in like some nice shaded area over here, so they do have some more privacy if they feel they need to do so, but all of the glass is one-way glass, so they can't see the people anyway, and they seem to really like this enclosure. And I do notice that of course the barrier does need some work, but I got the engineer on it, so as soon as I play they will do that, so don't worry. Now we'll actually go over this side because this is the only enclosure in this area. This is the last thing we built, I believe, in the game, and this is actually a copy of a habitat I made over this side here, and that is actually home to the cougars on the other side. But this one has our second multi-species habitat, which actually has 3 different species hiding inside. We have our North American beaver, we have our raccoons, and we have our striped skunk. We have our gorgeous female just here and our adorable male and their 3 little sons, and I'll show you the female over here. Let's have a look. Here she is, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that smiley face. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Little smile on her face. And then if we actually come out, we can see that our beavers are actually in the water here. We have our little baby over here. How stinking cute is this little female. We have a couple of adults in here as well. We have the, of course, alpha female and the alpha male, which is really good. So we can have like a few different ones in here and not have to have just like the breeding pair, which I quite like, so that they're not related, any of these, apart from obviously the female is related to the mum and dad. So even if the 2 retire, we'll have another breeding pair hopefully in here in the future as well. And then if we go over to the raccoons, we have 16 of these little critters, and there is 11 babies in here. They have so many babies, and as you can see, we have some nice different looking ones in here as well. We have our breeding pair, I believe. I'm not sure if they kind of like, yeah, I mean, they seem to like just choose a mate to go with, which is nice. So then we can have different ones having babies as well. We've got, look at this. This is so cute. We've got the little babies, we've got the adults, we've got a striped skunk in here as well. But they're just so adorable, and I love that they can all go in the same enclosure together. Look at this. They're all like munching away at nothing because apparently it's all empty already. So I'll call the keeper again. We might need to add in some more food and troughs for all of these little ones. Need to keep an eye on this enclosure because once they age up, we're definitely going to have to probably remove half of the raccoons in here at the moment because there are just so many in here, and I feel like we don't want any inbreeding happening. So that is our second and last multi-species habitat next to our other one. And if we come over to this side, we have 2 enclosures that took me absolutely forever to build because they both have an underground section. Now I struggle like anything building underground stuff because I find the pathing really annoying in this game. I'm not used to it, I'm not great at it unfortunately, but you know, it works. It works for what it needs to do so. Over in this huge enclosure over here, which I'm actually quite happy with because they have a nice little area to drink from, they have some nice elevation to stand up on, they have somewhere that they can go stand on and also chill and hide underneath if they choose to do so. And then behind these trees we have the entrance to their cave area, and if we actually go down we'll be able to see that this enclosure is the timber wolf enclosure. We don't have a huge pack in here at the moment, and I actually do want to have a bigger pack, but for some reason they don't seem to want to have a large scale of puppies, so unfortunately we only have the 1 little female in here at the moment, and a lot of the adults are actually getting to retirement age because they're all elderly. So we are probably going to have to add in a new breeding male for this female once she ages up, and maybe just add in a few other wolves, new wolves as well, just to, you know, start fresh I feel, and maybe just send these guys to the retirement home so they can all chill together in their last sort of years. But I love this area here because you can see straight into the entire cage, which of course needs to be sorted, if not they're going to escape soon. The mechanics are not doing their job at this zoo. But this huge area down here has got some nice bedding, but they never choose to really use it. Got a couple of toys and stuff down here as well, so they do have some things to do down here if they really would like to do so. And then of course when they go upstairs, they have outside they have this nice climbing frame, which they do use a little bit of. And one of our females, I think, oh no, I thought it was our alpha, but she's not. She's a sibling to the little one. So one of our females down here is enjoying some nice alone time underneath our shelter, and I really like this enclosure. I think it works well for what they need, and I'm hoping to either get a bigger pack in here or maybe change up the species in here for a little bit and just see what works really well in here for this enclosure. On the other side, we'll have a look under the ground in a second, but we have our little overpass here to have a look at our pygmy hippos. We have a cute little baby here, like, oh my gosh, so adorable. And little mama down here as well. We do actually have a couple in here at the moment. I do believe one is actually pregnant, from what I can recall. Yes, so we have 4 females, 2 males, and 2 little babies, which is actually a male and a female, which is quite nice. And one of the females is expecting. As you can see, they're getting nearer to their elderly age, so I feel like these babies are going to be our next generation. The male, I believe, of course, is going to have to go to a different zoo because we do not want to have any inbreeding here. No, we do not. I can't get over this little one though. Who are you? Oh, you're the female. You're just so stinking cute. And then if we actually come back out and we go under here in this bit of a mess of terrain, mind your head when you go through and come through, as you say, you can see into the wall closure. If we come around to the other side, you can actually see into the pygmy hippos enclosure underwater. They don't really go in here that much, but when they do, of course, you can see their cute little walking across the floor or floating above the top. So it's really nice to have this nice open area, and I always wanted to kind of have this so that you can see under the water, but I always find it so hard to build, so I need to get better at it. And I've also noticed that there is actually technically a gap here, so the walls can technically get out, but we won't talk about that. So we're actually going to come out and go around here. We do have like little enclosures. We have a yellow anaconda enclosure here with a breeding female male and their little baby. We also have some frogs as well, I believe, over this side. Oh, maybe over here. No, that's empty, I think. Are you empty? No, you're not empty. Yeah, this is our red tree frog, so it's just like a little extra sort of thing. And I think there's way too many. Oh my god, there is way too many in here. Of course there is. I might have to get rid of some of these old ones. Maybe I'll do that right now, because I will definitely 100% forget that. The trade center, that'll do. Okay, moving on back to what we were originally doing. We have the same enclosure that I basically copy and pasted over here, but it looks a little bit different because it hasn't got like the area for the people to walk over. But we actually have our cougar enclosure. We have our gorgeous breeding pair, Suri and Saber, and they're 3 baby girls right now. We've kept Boss, which is one of the old sort of babies that they had recently. They've actually had 6 children altogether. 2 of them have been released, and we kept Boss as a breeding male for the future, but we will probably keep one of the females from here. I'm not really sure how we'll go about it, but we'll just see what happens, because I'm pretty sure, weirdly enough, they had 3 boys. Yeah, 3 boys, and now they've had 3 girls, which is kind of crazy. But let's actually go have a look at our gorgeous babies here. We have our female just here, and we have her mate over here, Saber. And then we have the 3 babies, which are mostly hiding under this bush, so I can't find you, apparently, cuties. Where is your sibling? Oh, your sibling's hiding under a bush as well. Look how cute they are with their little faces. Oh my gosh, so adorable. So yeah, that is our zoo. Now, my question is, do we continue with this zoo, or do we try and build a new zoo? Now, of course, these animals are still here, and maybe we could take their babies and put them in the new zoo. I'm not really sure, but I feel like we should probably maybe complete this in a way. Maybe build another enclosure or so and just continue breeding a bit more, maybe? I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of little video on the side, because again, I'm not going to try The Sims 4 anytime soon, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do with the zoo at the moment. I don't have all of the new packs, so There are some animals that I don't have that other people probably do, but who knows? Maybe we'll add some new species completely random. I don't know. We're not really sticking to anything specific, I don't think, unless we were kind of going for a tropical vibe. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll end this video here. Comment down below what you would like to see, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a lovely rest of your day. Good. Bye!